My name's Peter Ngura. I am a women and child rights champion or advocate. I've been working in the field of protecting children rights and women rights for about 20 years now with international NGOs in Africa, Eastern Africa and West Africa. And I'm also a program director working with Adventist Developmental Relief Agency or ADRA Kenya. I would say that children are greatly affected by climate change. I would say they receive the greatest burden, especially women, because climate change brings the drive, it brings famine, it brings food scarcity. And it is children and women who are left back at home, while men and young people migrate to towns to find to find food, to find jobs. So children and women mostly, especially even girls and children, they don't move away from the rural areas. They stay there. And actually most of the population in Africa and in Kenya are staying in the rural areas. So they are the ones also when climate when drought hits and there is no food, these are helpless. They have no job, they have no other way. They can't run away from home and go to look for livelihoods. So they are mostly affected. They are affected by famine, they are affected by diseases because they face malnutrition. The shortage of food, there's no lack of balanced diet, their health is compromised. So they are hit hard by drought. For instance, there is even a very terrible thing that happens, especially among communities that are pastoralist. When famine comes or drought because of climate change and the animals are killed by the drought, what happens is that there is poverty. So these communities, especially the communities that practice female genital mutilation, what they do is that they are viewing the children, especially the girl child, as an investment. So once the drought has come, what they do, they take these girls, circumcise them, and then give them out. They give them out in child marriage. So they take them out of school. So it is children actually who are affected most through climate change, and women. So this climate change thing is about gender inequality, is about children's inequality. They are affected most, and that's why we need them at the forefront, raising their voices. I think I would say, and I love the fact that the world is now listening more to of course there have been the child rights for children. The children's rights have been agitated worldwide. Even Kenya, we have the Children's Act that says that children have rights, rights to education, rights to health, right to life, right not to be treated in humane ways, right to a clean environment, right to pollution, right to they have a right to voice their opinion on climate change, on a good environment, and right to health, because it all affects their health. So I would say what is exciting this August of 2023 is that just 2 days ago, it should have been around 31st August 2023, the UN adopted this the Article 26 that actually recognizes children as key participants in raising their voices and in implementing programs and initiatives on climate change. They adopted that article, and they gave a comment on that, and that will go a big way in empowering children. That they are urging governments to listen and stakeholders to listen to children and to take them as equal participants on bringing about, on reversing the climate change, or the environmental degradation that has happened in countries and in the world. So it's amazing. We are encouraged, and we encourage the children to go out and speak because the world is listening. To me, I'm excited attending the first ever, global child-led, global summit on climate change. For me, I attended as an adult, champion for children's rights. I have been advocating for children's rights for over 20 years and for women's rights. And I believe that climate justice is, first of all, especially in Africa, a gender justice issue. It is about gender equality. So I am here to champion the rights of children and to as an adult partner, to stand by them, to encourage Elian, to encourage Fode, and the committee, the children committee, to tell them, yeah, it is powerful that, guys, you are doing what we could never have imagined that children can do. You are taking leadership. You are taking leadership, you are telling the world, you are raising their voices. You are not waiting for the world to tell you, okay, come here and read the world. No, you can't wait any longer. You are taking the leadership and you are raising your voice. You are telling the world, no, guys, we need more funds here in the global south because we are the most affected as children here. Yet Africa is not the one leading in pollution. Those other places and other big companies and other Western countries whereby they are highly industrialized, they are leading in global pollution, but we are receiving the much of the effects of global warming. So I like it that the African children are taking leadership and telling the world, man, guys, listen, we need to review the global pact. We need to listen to the children's voices, especially from Global South, and we need more funding here. It is a fight for equality. It's a fight to bring children at the forefront. It's amazing. It's an amazing time, I would say. Yeah, they face many vulnerability. The fact that they are treated unequally, the fact that they suffer, they are health servers, they are withdrawn from school, their rights are violated. It is all wrong, and they are treated as if they don't matter. So to me, the solution is children should be empowered. That we should change policy, and we have more children empowered. We should promote the children and youth advocates so that they can speak more, and more children actually can rise to be advocates. They can champion, they can raise their voices at home, at school, everywhere. We should empower the children. I think so. To me, I think children make a big majority of the global population, of the Kenyan and African population. So they should be heard. And I think their voice, they have solutions. They are human. They are thinking. They also have a part to play, and that's what they are doing. They are raising their voices. They are telling us, guys, to stop. They are saying, let us be included. Let us be on the table. And I think they have many hands, more than even adults have, and they are more, and the future belongs to them more than it belongs to us, because they have a big future ahead of them. And if they are already changing their mindsets to be carers of the environment, they want to take the path that is less traveled. They want to change the trend of adults of destroying the environment so that they can be keepers of the environment. And I think this is the legacy that the world needs. We need this to start happening. And they are the pioneers of a new mindset, of a new movement, and the world should join them. I think one thing I should say, they need to ask that the world listens to them and respects their voices. That's so important. So they should be included in climate change debate. They should be included in designing. Even organizations, NGOs should include children in designing climate change programs, even in families, even in churches, even in schools. Children should be included, not just to implement, in designing, in raising their voices, in speaking against, climate change. And I think they should read the motion. They should project to us the future they desire, the future they are building, the future they want the world to leave behind, the future they want the adults to leave behind them. So I think they should be actually the guys who carry the blueprint, the guys who draw it, who draw the vision and who mobilize for the vision. They should be included they should be funded, and I think they should ask for capacity building on climate change, on advocacy skills on climate change. They should ask for more resources. They should ask for more partnerships. They should ask for more investments to be put in educating and equipping children, and in working with children advocates and youth advocates on climate change.